Hey folks, welcome back to Fantasy World Dizzy. I'm not in a very good mood today. Why? Well, I've lost my bottle opener. I've been reduced to living on food and water for the past couple of weeks. It's hell, I tells ya. When we last left off, we'd crossed the river here and made our way to the docks. We'd found a key which is currently useless. So let's continue. Some of these crates are in the background, and some of them are in the foreground. That is, you can jump on them and walk over the top of them. This is a clue to something that we'll need to do a lot later on. For now, all we need to do is worry about getting across them, so we can head over to the left into a death trap and die. Remember what I said about this thing being a horrible, unfair game? Oh yes. Let's for really carry on. Now, we find ourselves with another helper, Dozy the Egg. Dozy was a friend of Dizzy's who could not stay awake, as indicated by his name. He's also the stupid one, since a lot of solutions to puzzles involve him doing things that he probably shouldn't. Let's talk to him, why not? And with that, we get some sleeping potion. And I can't tell you how uncomfortable I feel leaving huge gaps in my commentary like that. Actually, the text and dialogue is one of the things that sets this Dizzy game apart from the others. All of the other Dizzy games have very little text, and it's mostly quite banal, stuff like, hi Dizzy, hello, that kind of thing. Sometimes the programmers gave his friends some dialogue, but for the most part it's just one-word conversations akin to talking to the wall. Still, this game doesn't really fit me doing stupid voices, and given the amount of text, it would probably be far more trouble than it's worth, so I'm just gonna leave you to fill in your own voices. The sleeping potion will allow us to solve a puzzle off to the right here. We need to go through the entrance hall. We need to cross over the crocodile, and we come to this screen, the wide-eyed dragon. This guy's annoyed because somebody has stolen one of his mate's eggs. The manual said so, trust me on this one. We'll find the egg later. Much later. But we do need to pass, so for now, we need to stand next to him, drop the sleeping potion, which will make the dragon fall asleep. And your little Technicolor flames too! Ah, man, I love making that reference. The last bit of backtracking we need to do for a short while is we need to go back into the castle over here, cross the moat, and we need to pick up the last golden key. Now, remember how our storage has thus far been limited to 2 items, 1 in each hand? This is going to change. We're going to be grab ourselves an item which will up our storage from 2 slots to 4. Yeah, 4 slots. In Dizzy 4 through 7, you are allowed to hold 3 items from beginning to the end. This one you have to find an item that will increase your holding capacity. It's a magic bag. Now, we need to continue on to the right. And hopefully I'm going to stop tripping over my words for the rest of this video, because that was absolutely terrible. You see this screen here, the lift control room? Its function is not immediately apparent, but this is our next destination. The keys that we've picked up can be used here to allow access to previously inaccessible areas of the map. There are 4 machines in the hut, and each one is activated through a shining golden key. Although the sprites and item descriptions are the same for each one, the keys have to be used on specific machines. In this case, we need to turn on the bottom right machine. If I can find the right key, there we go. This will make the lift inside the hut work, which will take us to the top screen, and we can turn on the top left one, which will turn on a lift elsewhere in the world. Also, it is entirely possible to fall into the gears on top of the lift and die. So let's not do that. Next, we need to head over to the right and meet ourselves another member of the cast. We'll be meeting Dylan. He's the hippie, and he's sort of the designated stoner of the group, which must have made for some pretty awkward "this is your brain on drugs" moments. Or maybe they just smashed open a human head and emptied that into a pan. I'd like to thank Tyler for that magnificent gag. So, thanks Tyler. Here's Dylan. Let's say hi. And with that, let's call it a video. Tune in next time when we meet another member of the cast and get just about the most amazing item in the game, and possibly meet some curious racial stereotypes along the way. So until next time, goodbye.